Another day, another situation where Pokimane has said or done something stupid. Probably both, honestly.
Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So today we're going to be once again clowning on Pokimane, and while her tier 3 simps are currently searching for the dislike button on this video, let me just tell you, you're not going to make it. So her
Actually, you know what I just noticed? Look at this picture right there. Well, look at her picture. You know what this is? This, I think, is like a 3 or 4 or maybe even 5-year-old picture of her. No one uses modern day Pokemon pictures. Now, I'm not saying that means the years have not been good to her, but they haven't. Plus, she started out looking like a goblin, so, it's not like there's a lot to be saved there in the first place. But, damn. I mean, that is literally like just screaming, you hit your wall, girl. It is what it is. It's over.
latest take is one that I think is pretty interesting for the reasons she probably didn't intend, and we're going to talk about it today. So here's the take. It says, unfortunately, there aren't that many huge female streamers, at least not on Kai and Speed's level. Pokimane says that the streaming scene is becoming
Sad.
more male dominated. Now,
and you know what? She's absolutely right. And that's a good thing. You know why? Because these two put in the hours. I mean, they're literally streaming almost 24/7. It's just the reality. Pokimane streams every third day of the week or month, typically, for like 2 minutes, and then calls it a day. The reality is, no woman is ever gonna put in the effort that these two are putting in. Almost no other man is gonna put in as much effort as these people put in their streams. And Pokimane is like, wow, look at all these people putting in effort in their work. And I mean, other women can't be at the same level as them. I mean, other women need to be at the same level as them while doing less. Because remember, female equality is getting shit for free at the end of the day and nothing else.
Funny part about this is that she's partially correct, but not for the reasons she would have hoped for, right? So yes, platforms like Twitch, for example, and even Kick, they are male dominated right now. But that's not surprising because they've always been male dominated, and it's not too surprising when you start peeling back the layers as to why these platforms exist in the first place.
Obviously.
Places like Twitch were created primarily for gamers to stream on and for gamers to watch broadcasts on.
Now, granted, you can argue that Twitch was semi-created so Pokimane can have a wardrobe malfunction every month, but, that's just my opinion.
It's not.
I mean, for someone who does not do any of the sexy stuff, she really often bends over exactly at the perfectly exact angle for people to want. I don't know how that happens. Must be a coincidence, like everything in the world.
Not too surprising that those spaces would be male dominated. No, I'm not going to listen to the latest hack journalist who says, actually, gamers are 50-50 in terms of gender because we interviewed 100 Candy Crush players. No,
Damn.
The reality is, and we all know it, is that the gaming space is primarily...
Always remember, Magic the Gathering said that 50% of the Magic player base is women. Yeah, they flat out said that. I have encountered only roughly 4 female Magic players. I think.
Occupied by men, and those are the ones who are going to be streaming on places like Twitch, and those are going to be the ones who are watching those male streamers. I mean, it's just kind of how people operate, right? Of course, there's going to be some people gravitating towards female streamers like Pokimane, but that is typically not the majority as we've seen for years and years, and I don't think that's too controversial to say.
You're on a platform that is for gamers. Most gamers are not women, surprise, surprise. There's probably more furries in Valorant than there are women gamers in general. It's just the way the world was designed. Don't blame me, blame God, okay? And you, as a female, in this space that is known for gaming, have found a niche where you can not do the intended thing of the platform, and you're complaining that it's not working out for you and you're not the biggest creator on the platform. That is just low. That is just low. And she knows she's wrong in saying that. She just wants to drum up attention because that's the only thing she cares about. When people pay attention to her.
But her statement here also ignores something that I think is kind of offensive. Because on the female side of streamers, she's completely ignoring people that do pull really good numbers. And that, of course,
VTubers. I saw the thumbnail of Rev's video. It's VTubers. It's in his thumbnail. This is not a secret. Well, this is maybe a secret for you, but this is not a secret for me because I looked at his thumbnail. It's VTubers.
Is VTubers. As many people have pointed out, Pokimane, please, with a picture of Iron Mouse and Gargura. So they are people right here, two examples of female streamers pulling amazing numbers on different platforms. You have
Iron Mouse had more subs than Kai Cenat. But again, Pokimane doesn't think anyone except her is a real woman to begin with, so there we kind of have that also.
Iron Mouse, who is the second highest all-time sub number on Twitch. She was, for a moment last year, the #1 all-time until Kai broke her record and reclaimed his #1 spot. And then you have Gargro, who has millions and millions of subs on YouTube. And of course, Pokimane ignores examples like this. Now, there's a lot to go on here psychologically with why VTubers seem to appeal to such a broader audience these days. And there's some reasons as to why I think people are just gravitating towards them as
hot take. I think the reason VTubers appeal to a lot of people is just because they look like cute anime girls. But they don't have the fucking attitude typically. They're just likable. That's why people like VTubers. It's just like, who do you think is more appealing? A dead rat burning in the sun or Pokimane? Who do you think has honestly a better personality? Now, obviously, most people are going to be choosing the rat because it's dead and it has no personality, which is at least 5 times bigger than Pokimane's personality, and it's 5 times nicer, even if it smells bad.
Content creators. They want to use VTuber models because it gives them certain advantages that regular face camming does not provide. And this Shondo clip will be forever relevant, so let's give this a listen.
There are the times we don't like real women anymore.
Based.
What, you mean these virtual women go online and make money and I have to spend 3 hours putting makeup on? Yep.
Oh shit, that's the number I say Pokimane puts makeup on for. Holy.
Get over it, whore. Your womb is drying up.
Damn.
My womb is eternal.
Obligatory.
Holy shit, this. I want to save this in my memory forever. This is nice. How have I not seen this before? This is so good.
Shondo clip on this subject. But for the average Twitter user about to fume over this and go apeshit on Twitter crying about what she just said or anyone agreeing with it, you're offended, but that doesn't make her wrong. Because, yes, that is one of the advantages of having a VTuber model. You don't have to worry about people picking apart your physical appearance every time you go live on a face cam. In fact, the proof of that is in the original Dexerto tweet where there's a bunch of people in replies spamming pictures of Pokimane without makeup on, and they're saying how terrible she looks.
I'll want to see that, Rev. Please don't show it. He shows it. No, that's not it.
And by the way...
Oh, also, yeah, this is the thing. Look at this. Look at this. Pokimane thought about doing the VTuber shit when it actually started becoming popular on Twitch.
I think that's kind of stupid because all of these female streamers that these people simp for, yes, they look very different without makeup on. That's just like reality. If anyone thinks otherwise, they're delusional. But anyways, you avoid all of that by having a VTuber model. It's really just that simple. You're perfect all the time in terms of your appearance. You have exactly what you want every time you go live. So I think that kind of takes some barriers and some obstacles out. Of course, being a VTuber comes with its own challenges, like a bunch of wackadoos constantly hating on you for the most benign things, but there are some advantages that people just don't really think of all the time. But, of course, the data is there to suggest that VTubers have dominated the female streaming space.
Dude, look at this airtime. Look at this airtime. 50... Oh, you can't see. 55 hours. 4 hours streaming. What? Most popular female streamers by peak viewers. Oh, that's K. Oh, shit. Wow. Wait, what do you mean? So this person is 4 hours online? How is that possible? Yo, even oh my god, these female streamers, these VTubers are not putting in the oh my god. I mean, you can take the woman out of the stream, but you can't take the woman out of the woman. Jesus. Wow. They're not putting in the efforts, boys. And the only one who is this person.
For some time now. I mean, just
Damn.
look at this. In terms of the top peak concurrent view count here, right? You can see the top 2, 4, 6 are all VTubers. And by a landslide, by the way, which is pretty impressive. And that's backed up.
This doesn't even look like a woman. What the fuck is this? Aondrisa? Okay. Gringy? Gingy? Huh. Never heard of them.
Even further, if you look at the most watched female
Oh shit, that's it. Mira is above Amira? That is insane.
Streamers of 2020.
Emiru just gives sloppy toppy to everyone in her org, and that's how she stays relevant. That's pretty much it.
I mean, look at it. The top 5, again, all VTubers across multiple platforms, and nobody's surprised by that. So, like, what's going on here? Well, I think there's just a different level of entertainment, and also it's breaking the classic meta that was working for many years, where a lot of face cameras were just sitting there in front of their
I mean, it's not a myth. It's just that's the only talent these women had. That's just the brutal reality. Do you fucking think someone like Mira has any fucking talents except being cheap on OF? No. Do you think Amaranth has any personality beyond being a wretched shit? No. No. Do you think Emiru has any talent except sloppy toppy? No. No. Do you think Ginny? Do you think this person has anything interesting about her? No. No.
Their camera and just talking about whatever, and then their most top clip view.
Emiru's biggest claim to fame currently is being a millionaire that literally hates her parents because they want the money they invested back, and she's like, I'm a millionaire, I could easily give you that money back while you're currently struggling, but I'm not gonna do that because it's my money and fuck you. That's literally her most famous moment in the past. Well, I never knew who she was before that, but, you know, that's it. That's it.
Clip of the year was them getting up from their chair because that's why people were there. It's yeah, it is what it is, and now Twitch cracks down on that stuff. But yeah, that's the reality, and this is one of those like unexplainable things. I can't like pull out anything to like definitively show you this, but I think a lot of people get this sort of vibe where for some reason VTubers appeal more across the board than your typical female streamer. It just seems like that's the way it is. A lot more people can...
To be honest, almost anything has more appeal than a real woman nowadays to a lot of people. So, I mean, not to be harsh, but that's just kind of real life.
Agree on a VTuber model. Right?
Women did a very, very good job to make them en masse very, very unlikable.
Right? A lot of men...
I mean, I'm a man. I will literally marry and fuck anything that barely moves if it just is nice to me for 5 seconds a month. But, you know, a normal woman on average seemingly can't even fucking manage that much in 50% of the cases. And where the 50% of the cases that's not the situation, they're already all married. Or have 3 kids and are now roasties. It is what it is. I mean, shit.
Men and women can agree, anime girls are cute. I know, it's a really shocking formula. It works. You even have weirdos like me putting on this anime character, and all of a sudden some people just like it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the way it is. But yeah, the data suggests all this stuff is true. When you look at the numbers, it just seems like people in general, male and female, gravitate more.
I would be the best VTube female streamer you would ever see in your life.
Towards VTubers. And we even saw...
There is nothing more true than that men understand what men like and want. Okay, no woman can match that.
Pokimane in particular try to appeal to this by coming up with their own VTuber model back in 2020. I remember making a video on this, right?
God. The reason why you make a VTuber, I forgot how bad this is, and when I hovered over it, it's not that detailed. But God, the point of a VTuber model is to be kind of likable and represent the best characteristics of women and shit. Well, Pokimane is literally representing everything that I don't want to see in my fantasies. Jesus. Talk about tryharding. Also, I mean, this is cheap. This is 100% the cheapest she fucking found to try this out for clout.
People had very polarized reactions to it. I remember making a video on this and getting absolutely flamed by some of her supporters. They were so mad that I dared to question her intentions behind this. And also, strangely enough, the video got age restricted within like minutes, which
wow.
I don't know what happened there, but something weird was going on. But
it rarely happens to me, but when it happens, it has historically been a Pokimane video. I can attest to that shit.
Clearly, she understood at the time, but it didn't work for her because it didn't.
And I don't think it's her sin. I don't even know how to explain this. Maybe it's actually a coincidence because the idea that she has some kind of magical reach in YouTube to make that happen seems insane, and she does not have enough simps to make this happen. Like, my average Pokimane video, when it got restricted, it didn't even have below and like 85% dislike like to dislike ratio. It's like, that doesn't work.
Didn't enhance her content whatsoever. She's still just Pokimane sitting in a chair complaining about nonsense that nobody really cares about. I mean, here's some of these takes that we're talking about here, right? So let's just get an idea of what people are thinking. Here's another tweet from Optimus here. Kai Cenat has a celeb on stream every other day, it seems. He and Speed constantly do marathon streams and grind games. Meanwhile, 80% of
I think I have seen this tweet.
Of female streamers we saw over the last 5 years were abusing hot tub metas and promoting OnlyFans content. I wonder why they're winning. I mean, unfortunately, that is...
I mean, they should probably abuse the hot tubs also. So, but admittedly, men also tried to do the hot tub stuff. Didn't work out. Surprise, surprise, didn't work out. I wonder why.
Is the meta. It doesn't represent everyone. But man, you know, especially last year when people were talking about some of this stuff with the Twitch TOS, and all you see on certain categories with the face cammers is super sexual content and people trying to push their OnlyFans. They're trying to push adult content that's on different platforms. And it gives even like...
I'm not even mad about this, honestly. You know what? It is what it is. This is like natural selection. The Coomers are gonna ruin their lives, and that's fine. Sacrifices have to be made. The weak shall perish, for the strong will thrive. And the women that are doing this, they know it's all fake. A fucking woman needs to literally gaslight herself to go into a relationship with a man on average. They're gaslighting themselves also about this OF thing being good. All the money, all the things, yeah. I'm sure being 40 alone with no prospects of children and dying alone sounds great. That is a reason why we can find a literal million articles about strong independent CEO women at 40, 45, 50 saying that they regret all their life decisions, and if they could turn back time, they would choose to not be a CEO and start a family. You know what you can't find, though? You literally can't. I have tried and I have never found an article. The best I found one was one like 50-year-old posting on Instagram that was constantly saying, "Oh, my life is so fun. I love having no children and no husband." And all of her posts was literally, "I'm gonna get fucked by 3 strangers tonight. My life is perfect." Bitch, are you posting that to convince me that your life is good, or are you trying to convince yourself that you didn't make those mistakes? And that is the closest thing I found to a 50-year-old, no child, no family, no nothing, trying to gaslight themselves that their choices in life are good. Because you can't find it. It doesn't exist.
The legitimate female streamers a bad image to work with because they're being lumped in with these people. And at the end of the day, these people who are searching for this sort of sexual content, there's still a pretty big minority, and that content that's being produced trying to promote that stuff, it's not entertaining to someone who's not looking specifically for that. If you're going to Twitch for gaming content, which is the majority of people, they don't appeal to you whatsoever. And the fact that that became a legitimate meta, that sucked, and it really damaged the platform, continues to damage the platform to this day. And what he said about Kai and people like Speed is right. You don't have to like Kai or Speed or enjoy their content. Like, for example, it's not my sort of content. I'm not going to watch a Kai stream or anything like that, but it's undeniable that they put a ton of work into what they do. They invest a ton of money, time, and energy into every single stream. They're doing crazy things. I'm pretty sure both of them just did some like...
By the way, how crazy is the stuff that they actually do? This was like months ago, but I think this was Kai Cenat, and it was behind there was like a couple of pictures, clips on Twitter about the behind the scenes of how the content house or whatever it's called is being run. And I mean, it's literally a giant studio with multiple people sitting there and, you know, just trying to get the optimal whatever. It's insane.
WWE related events, like, it's crazy the lengths they go for their content. And in terms of gaming, you have Kai, who last year did like a whole gigantic marathon playing Elden Ring and was like super into it and was doing these elaborate cosplays and getting these elaborate props for every single stream. It's a big deal. And like also pointing out, they bring celebrities onto their streams all the time. It's a lot of effort put into it. And then compare that to people like Pokimane, who
to be fair, the celebrity thing is not a big deal in my opinion, because the celebrities want to be there themselves, because at this point, I mean, they eclipse most modern day celebrities. For example, I don't understand modern day rappers in America. Like, dude, you have like 2 million followers and you're a big deal as a rapper? Fuck you. You're nothing. Get out.
This is like the best they can.
Like, those people are gonna flock to someone like Kai or Speed if they have a chance, because I mean, they are so smaller than them. It's not insane. Like, the typical modern day rapper, I think, is 99.9% of them are all smaller than them.
Can do. Right, every time they go viral for a clip, it's just some dumb take. And this one is based on the halftime performance of the latest Super.
Oh, we saw this. I don't want to see this again. We already talked about it in a separate video. 10 out of 10 Pokimane, though. We need to make a cutesy name for Pokimane, bro. Listen, I'll leave it in the comments. What should be our cutesy Pokimane name? We can't call her Poke or anything like that because that's stupid. But we need a cutesy name we can use for her, considering... I mean, I think she's trying to get back in the spotlight because, again, typically, I ignore Pokimane for like a whole year, and then it's like 3 days Pokimane does some desperate shit to be relevant. Whatever. Anyway, that was Revs' Desu. Bye!